All right, this is the third video I'm doing from that massive collection I bought. I'm gonna do this one a little bit different. These are all ones that I've kind of hand selected just as being like, little gems. They're in no particular order other than a few of them. And I put like the classic rock stuff that, this is good shit, like Pink Floyd, Steal You Down. It's all good stuff, but more common. I put it over there. This is all still stuff that I'm sorting through, as well as all of these boxes of albums over here. So I still have a lot to do on all these. I clean them up with this KLA audio, which is a beast. It does awesome work. And I put them all in new sleeves and, make them look nice and all that. So right off the rip, I picked this one first because, it's an expensive album anyways, and a good one. And this particular copy is sealed. This is, obviously Danzig 4. The only little bummer about it is a little promo cut in the corner. But other than that, it's gold. This right here is another one that I picked to put up front because it's just a sick album. This is Verbal Abuse, American band. This is first press. Back in the 90s, Slayer did a punk cover album, and most of the songs on it are actually from this album. So you're doing something right if Slayer is doing an album of covers from your band. And then this, it's not the most uncommon album, but it is signed by Dave Mustaine. And then something else that's super cool is there's actually a Megadeth set list in here from the show. So that's, Peace Sells But Who's Buying, autographed by Dave Mustaine. And then just from here on, it just kind of mostly it's all gold, trust me. I've got TSOL, Dance With Me, great hardcore punk band. I've seen them recently, still jam. Stalag 13, I have 2 of these. This is good old school punk. And this one, super, super, super rare. This is the single-sided Bad Religion Back to the No EP. Came out in 1985. Super, super rare. Probably be the last one of these I'll ever see. Then going over to here, we got a Tankard, Chemical Invasion. This one is a white label promo, so that's kind of cool. Great German alcoholic thrash. Then we got obviously Metallica, Kill 'Em All, and this one's super cool because it has the inner sleeve, and this is the Megaforce silver label, super sought after. It's an awesome copy, by the way. Sick. And then another big one right here. Got Cro-Mags, Age of Coral. This is an original Profile Records, I believe, from the 80s, 85 or something, 87 maybe. Right here is a newer band. I actually love this band. This is NFC. Kind of like a Nashville Pussy meets Discharge, Motorhead. This album is unbelievably expensive, like $100. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know exactly why. Probably keep this one for myself. Then we got Ramones, Halfway to Sanity. This is an original. It's also a gold stamp promo. Very cool. Got a DRI, Dirty Rotten LP, original. And then we got the first Anthrax album. This is with the other singer, so Neil Turbin. It's cool. Then we got an original. This is a green label, Megadeth, Killing Is My Business. It's got the inner sleeve. That's pretty cool, something you don't see often. And next up, we have Fear, the record, Leaving, classic. Album would piss a lot of people off today, but I love it. Then what do we got? We got Fishbone, original, great band. Saw them recently. Red Cross EP. This one's an original. And some of these guys play with, they play an off. I know one of the members, but totally cool. And then this one is not an original. This one is a reissue. Negative Effects, Boston hardcore punk. Good shit, good album. Getting into some newer. This is a reissue of AFI. And then, you know, Nirvana, it's kind of standard. Sun O, or however you pronounce this hipster band. Some kind of doom metal, I guess. And we got Bad Brains. And I Survive. And we've got this Fear Factory issue. This one's like brand new. In fact, it might be just it's never been played. These are pretty sick reissues. Now get into kind of more common, but you know, Made in Japan EP with Paul Giano. Toy Dolls, I think this came out like 85. A Misfits, Rhino, Walk Among Us reissue. SNFU, I actually love this album. If Catch No Fish, good one. Then Suicidal Tendencies, How I Laugh Tomorrow and I Can't Even Smile Today. Classic album, that's an original. And then this was an interesting one. This is a Municipal Waste. It's got some kind of like alternate cover insert. I think there's only like, it's numbered. Cool band. I dig them. Little like newer school thrash. And then we got some old school thrash. Evil Dead single, Rise Above, and Beowulf. Some thrash punk. And we got a newer Judas Priest, Angel of Retribution. That's pretty much mint. Got another one of these Fear Factories. This one I think is still sealed actually. Then we got Ludachrist, Power Trip. I actually love this album. It's like comedy, metal, punk. I think it came out like 87. I don't know why these guys never really got bigger for whatever reason. Got Circle Jerks, Wild in the Streets. This is an original, first press. And this one's, I've actually never seen one of these till recently. St. Vitus, self-titled, 1985. It's got the embossed, and it's got the inner sleeve. These are super rare. You don't see these that much. Then we got a newer Hyrax album, Caden DePena. The guy's been around forever. Cool dude. I know him. He still got it. Still can scream his ass off. Here's a cool one. This is Napalm Death, Utopia Banished, signed by Shane Embry, who's a bass player of Napalm Death. So that's cool. And we got a newer Slayer. And this is the last album that had the original lineup. It has Dave Lombardo. It's the one they won a Grammy for. Not really my favorite Slayer album, but for some reason it's worth more than you would think for something that's not really that old. Then Negative Approach. This one's a reissue. If this had been an original, it'd be like a $200 album. Menace. This is like English Oi. Super obscure. I just picked it out because it's different. We got Paul Diano, Battle Zone. And this one is actually a white label promo. So that's kind of cool. It's different. I heard Paul Diano's in really bad health right now. So wish him well. Got a System of a Down reissue. Destructor 666 is some like newer black metal. This one's a good one. Of course, How Could Hell Be Any Worse by Bad Religion, with this picture of Los Angeles, which is that this is where I'm doing the video from. It is quite an appropriate title. Got some GBH, some Hamburger, Demi Borgir, Death Cult Armageddon. Unseen Terror, a little bit of a hardcore punk. This one's an original too, I believe. Yeah, this is actually, you know, there's something that's cool about this. It's worth looking at. Is this album is so old. It's Earache before they really had their logo, which is kind of funny. So then we got the Lords of the New Church, Betsy Bitch. They're LA kind of early Metal Blade, that kind of thing. Oh, this is awesome. This is you know, Ozzy, obviously. Japanese Blizzard of Oz, very cool. Stalag 13, this is the second one that was in there. Then we got Exploited, Let's Start a War, hardcore punk. This is a more common one, but I picked it out because this is the English pressing. This is Harvest, so not really worth a ton, but just kind of cool because it's English. Then we Deftones, Diamond Eyes, kind of more recent. This one's some kind of funky gray vinyl, limited. And then here, this is a Spanish import, Brujerismo. I actually love this band. I see Dino once in a while at the Rainbow. They got the Runaways, you know, Joan Jett and all, Lita Ford. L7 from the 90s. White Wizard, guy that works for me that was actually in this band. Then some friends of mine from Atlanta, Hallows Eve, Monument. And these guys toured with Metallica and opened for Megadeth. Just never really went the distance. Got one of these. Danzig Does Elvis. Venom, At War with Satan. This is an original. Then we got a Motorhead, No Sleep Till Hammersmith. This is original. Cramps, Gravest Hits. EP. This one is 1979. OG. Then we got this Ghost picture disc. Dark Throne, Cult is Alive. I forgot what year this album came out. This is like early 2000s, I believe. Descendants, I Don't Want to Grow Up. And then, I don't know. I just picked this one out because I thought it was funny. Chainsaw, it's not really worth anything. So we'll go over to this box. And we'll start right off with a Longest Line by NoFX. This has Kill All the White Men on it, which is my favorite NoFX song. And then this one's cool. It's a little beat up, but this is the Brazilian press of DRI crossover. So kind of cool. Then we got some Grim Reaper. And then Dickies. Little Potential Threat, Antifa punk, I guess. Then we got an Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight single. Don't see many of those. DI, Horse Bites Dog. Another Municipal Waste over here, newer punk. And Nausea, some out of print grindcore. Sacred Denial, North of the Order. Oh yeah, this is Toy Dolls. The FUs. This is a pretty pricey, hard to find punk album. We got Dr. No. This is Death, Metal Blade, kind of crossover punk metal. The Smiths, Abysmal Dawn. All Quiet on the Western Front punk compilation. The Dead Boys. The Casualties, kind of 90s punk. We got White Flag. Christ on Parade. Motorhead. Recorded Live. UK, what's this UK? Oh, this is a comp. Anti-Nowhere League. Poison Idea. Darby Crash Rise Again. This is a reissue. I forgot what the GOAT Holocaust, some kind of black metal. Misfits. This is an original, the Misfits compilation. Ghoul, Splatter Thrash, some newer Thrash. Plasmatics. Coup d'etat. First press Guns N' Roses, or with the, you know, newer cover, I guess you could say. Another Toy Dolls, got a few of those. Cool. Mentors. Whiskey A Go-Go. Live. Girl School. X, Los Angeles. This is their big album. Potential Threat. Social Unrest. No Effects Frisbee. This is more recent. For some reason, this album is worth a bunch. I'm not really sure why. Rich Kids on LSD. Here. High in Fiber. High in Fire. Black Wings. Good album. We're the Meat Men and You Still Suck. Death in June. I don't know why I put that in there. This is Danzig, that Demon Thrall. Not a very good album, but this picture just is like hella expensive. I'm not sure why. Got some couple Pentagram albums, reissues. This one might be an original. Then Wendy O. Williams, Maggots the Record, Conflict, Submit to Genocide. This is like new Renaissance, hardcore punk. I got this Lamb of God Wrath, Target, or Best Buy, I should say, exclusive. Ice Cube, Lethal Injection. This is an original, actually worth quite a bit, $100. English Dogs, To the Ends of the Earth. This super hard to find album. Never really see that. Classic. This is Agnostic Front, Cause for Alarm. A lot of people don't know this, but Peter Steele from Typo Negative wrote the lyrics for this album. So it's actually the best, my favorite Agnostic Front album by far. Sick of It All. And this is a pretty pricey album too. Some hardcore crossover metal. Subhumans, Worlds Apart. Then we got The Mummies. I love that cover, it's just great. I don't really know a lot about the band, but it's an iconic cover. DOA, Rancid first album. This band is just pure comedy. Impaler, Rise of the Mutants. Then At War, Ordered to Kill. That's a super hard to find album. Slaughter and the Dogs, another Brujeria, and this one's pretty expensive as well, I believe. This Fang, American Nightmare, some thrash punk. Oh, this one's super, yeah. This one's super expensive. It's like a $250 album, Operation Ivy. And then last but not least, Christian Death. This is a reissue. And then, you know, just over here, just kind of your basic Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Fleetwood Mac, Steely Dan. And it's all good stuff, you know, but just, you know, you see it a lot. So I just decided to leave that to the end. So yeah, that's today's Sunday update on the vinyl. Later.